checking back in. Yesterday got the port side wing mocked up, actually attached to the fuselage, and was working on the starboard side or the right-hand side. As you're sitting in the aircraft, it's the right-hand side. It was fighting me a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to loosen up some of the brackets on the fairing and rotate it around a little bit so I can have a little bit more clearance. So we'll see how it goes. Let me turn this thing around and show you what I'm into. So here we go. Point my fingers. That bolt right there is the wing root. The wing root are those two brackets which bolts to the frame, which is that section right there. And that's how the wing's attached to this thing. There's another one, attachment point right back there. As I fade out here, you can see it right there. And then right here at this step, and that's how the wing's attached to it. Of course, there's a little bit more going on. They got some struts that go up to the upper wing right there, and then some flying wires that attach from there up to the top up there that hold it up, and then there's some more that attach from down there, and that's why that little notch is in there, and it goes up to the upper wing, and the upper wing sits up above this one. So that's probably about as clear as mud, but that's where we're at today. This side I do have a drift pin in it, which is, it's not completely lined up yet, but it's that pin right there. It's not a pin, it's a punch. This back side is fighting me a little bit right there. Not really wanting to go in there and line it up. That yellow piece goes over, let me see if I can, That yellow piece goes over the silver piece. It's not wanting to go all the way back in it, and it was getting into the fairing right here. So I may have to loosen up the brackets on the fairing and rotate it a little bit more to give it a little bit more clearance. We'll see how it goes. I'll get into that in a minute. Hey guys, I got the hardware in the wings. We're all good there. This one's got a few little patches. I want to do something with this and that one. And there's a couple wrinkles. So maybe have to peel some fabric back and take a look at it, or just see if I can straighten it up. I don't think there's any harm there. This one's got to be inspected though before I trust it in the air, which is what I'm doing. Anyway, the wing root's on. That wing needs to be redone. Put this spars in it, repair some ribs, recover it. But the base of it still works, still fits, so that'll be that. And let me take you underneath here and show you what's happening. Get down here, see if I can make this. Yeah, there we are. So, piece. I work on that Zeus video. It looks like crap. This is a new bracket. Actually, it's an old bracket, but it's been reconditioned, so it'll go in there on the new spar. The spar has come out, which is the reason why all that has come off. Got a big break in it out there. There's one, got a little gap in the fairing, and there's the other one, which is, you can see it good inside this panel, right up in there, and that's what that inspection panel's for. Take a peek at that. This one has a door right here. You take a peek at this one during the inspection. Did have to, here's the other side. I'm trying to, sorry about that. Have the locating pin, which it looks shaped like a bullet, except for it's a bolt that's in there. I didn't bother taking it back out. Had to rotate, I'll get my arm in it, these brackets a little bit to give some clearance down here, so the wing would go in there and fit, but everything's good. Problem was I didn't have the dihedral set close enough to where, which means I didn't have that jacked up enough, far enough out there. So it was messing me up on this end. Went and consulted with a neighbor. There's the front leading edge wing root with a neighbor, and he pointed that out to me, so did that, and it straightened right up. So this is part of the fabric. So now take these off. I think I'm gonna work on a couple more screws right up in there. They're not important, but I want to see if I can do something with them. And ready to order some cover, ready for cover. So I'll get both these wings back up on the storage rack there and get them out of the way. And that should be that. Let me see if I can rotate this around here and it won't look too awful bad. Prep this hardware right here. I'm going to be reusing that one. I need to straighten this one out. That should be straight. Shouldn't have that little hook, so it should lay over there like that. It's bent right there. Shouldn't have that swoosh in it. That's this one right here, straight. Anyway, put the wings back on the rack, and then the next item is that, and the cabane struts. I hold it up after we get it covered and painted. So that's where we're at. See ya. Hey everybody. May not have noticed, but I've slacked off a little bit in my discipline and sending out some and posting videos, but here we are. Did replace a few little things, and let me set my coffee down. Sorry about that. There was a bushing in here. This is the elevator tube, which will go into here and fits and makes an attachment. It attaches to the back of that, and so it controls the elevators. Put some bushings in there, cleaned up some brackets to replace on here. And here, I've had my grandson up here helping me this week. We finished, we went ahead and stripped off the rest of this, just left a little piece, the rest of this fabric on this wing, left a little piece there. So we know how it goes back together. When I get back to this point, pulled the center section, removed it off the wall, getting it ready. Cleaned up and primered some fittings off of, there are two center sections, original. One of them's got a date of 1941. That was 82 years old. Here's the other one, and if you can't really tell, this one is, it's bent, and that one is too. The angle of them, the way they're laid over, that one's way over there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but so next step is to order some Seconite medium 102, which is the cloth, which is this stuff right here. The cloth, it's actually this stuff. This needs to be patched. I will cut a hole out right here, finish taking this out, make that smooth so it's not jagged, and then just cut out a patch. And take a look in there and see. I don't feel any holes. Doesn't mean there's not any there, but I don't feel any. And I may flip this over, take these off, plug them. These being these ports right here, that's where the fuel goes down into it. This is actually a fuel sump, so all the fuel that comes out of here goes down through a strainer. Same thing over here. And then this is where the fuel gauge goes. This thing's sitting on here upside down. Plug those ports, flip it over, and put some gas in it and see if it leaks out. Let it sit overnight. I don't think it damaged the fuel tank. If it did, I have another one over there, and then all this canvas will have to come off. But right now, I need to split this right along there and then peel it back. Not sure if you can see that or not. Like so. It's glued to some wood. It's actually, no, it's like plywood underneath there, or actually paneling. And peel it back and then lift it up so I can get access to the hardware. The bolts down in there that hold this bracket, which goes over that. So get that and then replace that. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna lay this out so I can cut it and then strip it back here shortly. And that's what's going on now. So did move some stuff, but like I said, I've not been very disciplined. Haven't got a lot done, just little stuff going on. Got the wings back off. They did fit. They did fit on the frame, and keep moving forward. So that's it for now. See ya. Hey everybody, welcome back. So thought I'd start on the other side of this that I haven't taken apart yet and show you the process that I'm using to fix this. I'm sure there's other ways, but this is the way that I'm going about it. These brackets appear to be okay. I'm gonna have to do some careful measuring and make sure they're not bent. Going around here on the other side, here's a bracket that is supposed to be straight. And as you can tell, it's kind of bent up in 2 or 3 different ways. Should be straight like that one. That one goes there, and then that one does look straight, but it's bent. Have replaced this one. How I got access to it is we split. I'm gonna try to have a seat down here and then show you what's going on. Split the canvas as from the other side and down here, and then there's a piece of wood behind it. It's around here somewhere. I'm not sure where it's at. That I removed that covers this area, and then one up there. So splitting the canvas open and then taking it out. Where's that other piece of wood at? Maybe it's over, oh, there it is. It's right here. Yeah, it's after I cleaned it up. So took this, as you can tell, had staples in it, so I had to clean the wood up. Was actually able to do it fairly cleanly. So it gets glued in there. The staples hold it in place while the glue does. So removed that, and which gave me access to the hardware holding that bracket in place, and let me inspect the wood to make sure we didn't break any of the wood. But the hardware, that's the 1/2-inch bolt, and then there's an AN4 up on top. Got to the other side on this side right here, which also lets me look and inspect the wood right in there. So make sure, but that bracket was the one that I just previously showed you, it's been all the pieces. So now that's all cleaned up. Have to do the same up there. As you can tell, I've removed some of the hardware, which is laying right down there. And this bracket has been up pretty good. Get to inspect the wood, make sure none of that cracked. And unfortunately for me, see if I can explain this in a way that makes sense. That bolt is that length, the one that went through there. So it needs to come out at least that far, which if you notice, I'm getting into the edge of it right out here. So that bolt needs to come out that far. That's not gonna happen in the way it's current condition. I can cut the bolt off, but then I can't get the new one in. I can't go in backwards this way. So I'm gonna have to take a hole saw. My plan now, and then there's another bolt up there, which is, oh shoot, yep, right there. So my plan now is to cut a couple of, let me get this around front, show you. Is to cut a couple of holes right here and let that hardware come out, and then remove that bracket and get the other one in there. So that's the plan, that's where we're at, and I'll get back to you and we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Later.